Want to learn some psychology? Tough? You're going to. In my last video, I talked about the rule system underlying a lot of our thought processes and our behaviours. Now I want to talk about the belief system, and here lies pain. Your belief systems often come from earlier experiences, and we've got our three most obvious hitters: your early childhood, those fun teenage years, and early relationships, and that can be early adult relationships. Now, we all take our knocks in life, right? We all get fooled by a wolf in sheep's clothing type mentality. I pretty much think that's just being human. It just happens to us all. But we internalize things. We are sponges, and this is our evolution, right? You internalize how you're treated, and it can go very wrong because people can tell us messages that aren't true. But what happens is we internalize them and we adapt to them, because this is our evolution. If I am a loser, then I need to carry myself like a loser, and I need to work really hard in order to be worthwhile. Or I need to just accept I'm a loser and sink into it. Do you see the adaptations that you make to a belief system? And then after a while, you're just the robot that goes. You don't even necessarily feel it triggered all the time, but yet you very quietly and sometimes very loudly live your life like it's true. And this doesn't have to be in all arenas. You might think that you're an intellectual wizard, but socially you might feel a bit clumsy. And so intellectually you don't feel like a loser, but socially you do. So different arenas for different people, and just specific things might trigger it. So everyone to some degree has it. But here's the really nifty bit, right? Is if you came to believe this about yourself, it's not a universal truth. It's something that happened to you along the way that you internalized. Well, the good news is, just as you soaked one thing up and you started acting like it was true, you can go out into the world and soak up other experiences and start shifting your belief system. Insight can be really painful, and there's plenty of times actually where you can't do it by yourself. You need someone from the outside to help you figure it out. But one of the real tickets to changing this is, once you understand the story, is who tells the story, to be honest. So if you're very critical of yourself and you've got the critical part, it's very likely to keep saying, yeah, this is true, you're a loser. And that's what gets you stuck. So one of the big ways that we change belief systems is by building self-compassion, by building this empathy in you, by building this understanding in you of what is the true story. What happened to you that you came to believe all this? Because we are flexible little critters, and there's plenty of room for change. Sometimes, though, you just have to understand that there's certain beliefs driving you in a way that you just can't quite see. That's just something to think about. Okay.